started this sooner. So, long division. We're dividing, taking the problem at the top, dividing x minus 2 into that top expression. Okay, class, why do I have all these zero terms in there?
You have to fill it in for any of them.
You have to have every power of x so that when we do this, everything has to line up. Okay, so the question was, what do I have to, the red is underlined here under x, because I have to say what times x makes x the fifth? X the fourth. Now, how do you get what you should write down below?
You have to take the x to the fourth.
Yeah. You take the number you put on top times everything out front. Eric, look alive. That would be x to the fifth. Okay, now, when I take it times the negative 2, I would get negative 2x to the fourth, would I not? Okay, here's the big step. This is where we mess it up. You have to subtract. So yes, you have, but when you subtract, you have to switch every sign, not just the first one. So that's minus, that's now plus. Those cancel. Yeah, I'm subtracting. Subtracting, you have to switch the sign. Okay, so I combine, I add down, and you drop the next term down. Nope, because I changed that to a plus. Okay, so now, what must you take times, once again, it's all back to that x out front. What do I have to take times that x to make it become 2x to the fourth? Yeah, a positive 2x to the third, right? So I say that's what I put on top. How do I get what goes down here below? Yeah. So you take the 2x to the third you just wrote times everything out front times x minus 2. So 2x cubed times x is 2x to the fourth. You have to get the exact same thing. 2x cubed times negative 2 is going to be a negative 4x cubed. Now what? Subtract, change the sign, that cancels. So this is now 4x cubed when I add down 0 plus 4. Drop the next term. Are we having fun yet? Okay, so I take that x, now I got it back to x again. What times x makes 4x cubed? 4x to the second. Yes, it's the same thing over and over. So now I take the 4x squared times everything out front, which would be 4x cubed minus 8x squared. Because I take 4x times 2. And I change my sign. And I'm down, and I have 6x squared. Okay. Which will give me plus 0x when I drop it. What times x makes 6x squared? I'm getting worried because I wanted to do my synthetic. So 6x times everything out front. 6x squared minus 12x. And now what? Change your signs. Minus, plus. So you'd have 12x minus 24. Oh, good. Last time. What times x makes 12x? 12. Notice how everything up top here has gone down 1 power every time?
And everything down below.
And what's going to happen when I multiply that 12 times with x minus 2 out front? And when I subtract, I get 0 divided perfectly on this one. Okay. Now, you are going to have, you may have some that don't. If you end up with, say this would come out to be 3. You do 3 over x minus 2. You do 3, it's like a remainder. When you have, on numbers, when you have a number left, you take a 3 over 5. If you're dividing by 5, you make a fraction. So if there's a remainder, we would have put a plus 3 over x minus 2 on this thing, if you had a remainder. Okay, synthetic division in 2 seconds or less. Actually, 2 minutes or less. This is the most awesome thing ever.
Oh my goodness.
Right. It's seriously, it's this fast. You have to be tuned in. You're not tuned in and you're scaring me. All right. If you pay attention to me, this is the easiest problem you'll ever work. For division, that is. Okay, you have a little box. In the box, you are going to come up. And you're going to look at the bottom number. Okay, synthetic division only works if you are dividing by x plus a number or x minus a number. It can't be 3x, it can't be x squared, it has to be x plus or minus a number. That's why sometimes we have to do long because synthetic won't work. Okay, you're going to look at this and go, oh, that's a minus 2. In the box, you are going to put a positive 2. You're going to do the opposite sign in the box.
Got it.
Okay? Now, out here beside it, you're going to write numbers. You're going to take the coefficients off the variables, not write the variables. So this is a 1x to the 5th. What's the number on x to the 4th? You have a 0x to the 4th. You have an x cubed? You have a 0. X squared is a negative 2. I need some space. Okay, I would have a 0x and a negative 24. Okay, leave one line. You're going to add right here. You're going to add some numbers. Okay, now watch the magic. It's amazing. You always take the first number and drop it below the line. Okay, you got 1. Anything you write below the line, you multiply times the box. 1 times 2 is 2. Write it in the next column. Add. No, oh, Jane, run.
She tried to do it today.
Now she's going to do it again. Okay, so then times the box below the line times the box is 4. What now? Because I need to make a K announcement. 2 times 2 is 4. Then what? Add down.
Reminder of the crazy Christmas of your whole day tomorrow. The top 3 will be rewarded. You will judge during the seminar. At the end of the seminar, and the top 3 get praised.
No. Okay, how did I get 8? 4 times 2. Times it by the box. I moved it over here. Add. 6.
12.
Times it by the box. 12. Add.
12.
What's confusing? You times it by
44.
0.
You got 1 minute.
Okay? Your answer, look, guys, what were your answers here? 1, 2, 4, 6, 12.
1,
2, 4.
12.
You just, but you go 1 power less. If this was x to the 5th, that's 1 x to the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and constant.
1, 2, 4, 6, 12. Yeah,